Today's a little bit of a rainy day, so even though I had planned on recording this video on the way to work today, I thought it was a little bit too loud. We have a parking lot discussion coming today, but I like that it's a little bit gloomy today because it gives me an opportunity to be a light, and today's topic does go back to the roots of this channel a bit, and I want to tell you about how every dollar that I have has a job. In my scenario, and I know I talk about this on the channel a lot, I try not to spend money just because I have it. I know that's a very archaic notion to think about, but that concept of not spending something just because you have it does hold true. Every dollar that I earn, every dollar that I touch has a job, whether it be building my future, protecting my family, or simply buying back my time. If your money doesn't have a purpose, it disappears. And if you don't assign it a job, it will quietly work against you. And I made a few videos already about why most people stay broke and this and that, and this is not necessarily an investment or personal finance video advice, but the real reason that the majority of people may tend to stay poor or struggle financially has nothing to do with income. Most people don't have a money problem, but rather they have a direction problem. Money is always going to be neutral. Money is neutral. It simply obeys whatever system that you place it in. Without a plan, your income becomes noise. You make more and you spend more, but nothing sticks. And if I were to somehow be making $1 million a month, and the first thing that I did was go out and buy a $50 million house, I would be in no better position living paycheck to paycheck than if I were making $50,000 a year with an apartment that was too expensive. It is not the amount of money, it's the intention of the money that you had. Me and my wife just bought a new family home recently in the state of Alabama, costing about $450,000. And after a few months, when the buyer's remorse always starts to set in, I began to slightly feel that I was more in control of my money when I was actually making less, because the plan was clear, the intention was clear, and every dollar had an assignment. Now, that's not to say that I'm not doing the same thing now, but it was just a little bit less complicated when there were less bills at play. And the idea that you can just ignore it and let itself work itself out is not going to hold true as well, because if your dollars aren't working for you, they are going to be working against you. So what is the mission of money? A lot of people talk about it. I talk about it all the time myself. What is the purpose of it? And the truth is that money in itself, your bank account balance, is not a trophy. It is not the end all be all, but rather it is the tool that is necessary for you to reach whatever destination that you have for yourself. For me, every dollar that I have, every dollar that I earn does something. It is either growing my asset base in my net worth, buying back my time, paying down some debt balance, building a safety net in the form of an emergency fund, or probably most importantly, strengthening my value in the areas of giving, family, legacy, helping me put out more YouTube videos. I don't think of this on a monthly basis as budgeting. I think of this as ownership of the tool that I have been given. No one looks at a hammer lying on the ground and say, that is how you build a house. The hammer is the tool used to drive the nails, just as the money that you have should be the tool used to drive the purpose that you have in life. It doesn't matter how much you have. It matters the intention in which you use it. I believe that every time you swipe your card, every time you write a check, every time you hand over money, you are casting a vote for the life that you are building. Are you building a life of discipline? Are you building a life of faith? Are you building a life of structure? Or are you building a life of comfort, laziness, habitual depression? It starts and ends with the accumulation of all those votes that you're casting. Because money is the soldier, you could either put it to work or lose the war. So to get into the specifics here, let's talk about exactly how I assign jobs to my dollars. And this is by no means going to be the best way to do things or the right way to do things, but it will be practical and it should be fairly easy to implement if you start to take the steps. I don't think I do it perfectly, and I don't think that you should try to do it perfectly. Just do it the way that fits you best. And the first assignment that you want to give your money, or the first job, is going to be towards survival. This is going to be towards your rent or your mortgage, utilities, and food. Each month, these are non-negotiables. You know you need to pay your mortgage, you know you need to pay your light bill, your water bill, your gas bill, whatever that may be, and you know you need to buy food. So budget out these expenses in advance so that you aren't surprised when you have to write the check for them. After that, the next job you should assign for your money is growth. And this could look completely different to you, but to me, this could be buying books, buying camera gear, buying courses that allow me to grow in my knowledge base in order to expand further in my businesses. For this YouTube channel, I probably invested at least $10,000 into just knowledge, learning how to make thumbnails and edit videos, and then the camera gear on top of that. And I feel that with time and with the right amount of effort, this channel will be able to grow to places that I had never even expected. But after that, the job that you want to assign your money is going to be towards freedom. And this is going to be where you start to buy back your time by paying off debt, by investing your money for the long term, and investing in business tools that help you grow further. I've built a $10,000 Robinhood portfolio on this channel a couple times. I think the first time it was $20,000, the second time it was $10,000, and all of that at the end of the series gets transferred to a long-term brokerage account that I hold with Fidelity. And through that, I'm going to be buying back my time by allowing my investments to grow further, and hopefully one day I will be able to stop trading my time each day for a paycheck. After this, the job that you want to assign your money is going to be towards peace. This is going to be towards building an emergency fund, saving, buying life insurance. This is going to ultimately protect your peace of mind, knowing that you have a safety net to fall back on just in case something out of the ordinary happens. And then the fifth assignment is going to be towards purpose, towards things that matter, giving, tithing to the church, family experiences like vacations or weekends out, things that truly align with your personal values. Now, for me, that may be giving to the church or spending time with my family, but for you, that could mean something totally different, and that is okay. And the thing is that you don't need a spreadsheet to write these things off. You just need a sense of direction and a good sense of accountability so that you can align your money with your values. And if you don't do this, you're going to experience what I have done all too often, which is going to be the emotional side of spending. And what I have learned is that I really need to protect myself from myself at times, because even though I may love to talk about personal finance, at the end of the day, I am just a human, and I am still just as tempted to have those impulse purchases as the next guy. So in the beginning, you need to acknowledge that you are going to need some sort of reward. You're going to need some sort of cheat day in order to keep you disciplined. It is going to be very hard right away to try to do the right thing every day without having some sort of indulgence or reward coming from it. And with that emotional side of spending, you typically buy things to feel better or to distract yourself from some sort of work. But money spent emotionally usually comes with regret. It usually comes with buyer's remorse. And discipline with money isn't about restriction. It's all about the liberation that you feel from it. Giving your money a job gives you control and not guilt over your finances. And honestly, overspending at times really isn't a money issue. It's an identity issue, because you may be identifying with those things that you have. If only you get a new car, then you'll feel better. If you got a new house, then you'll feel better. If you lived in a better community, then you'll feel better. I talked in my last video about the if-then trap, that it is not the money that's the issue. It is the person that you feel inside that is the issue that causes these outward side effects. And if at the end of every month you have nothing to show for your work other than a new month worth of bills, then you are not broke. You are bleeding. So here's my challenge to you. Before you spend your next dollar, ask yourself, what job is this dollar doing? Is it building the future you want, or is it just reacting to the present that you are avoiding? The truth is, your money already has a purpose. It's just waiting on you to give it orders. So I'm going to close this video with this. Every dollar that you spend is either going to be funding your freedom or financing your distractions. So choose wisely. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.